It's June 28th, folks, live here in Seattle. This is the Jopra Show, brought to you by Joe Jano, the No Excuse Truth Talk Radio on Alternative Talk Radio. And, folks, happy Thursday and good morning to beautiful sunshine in the beautiful Emerald City. My man, producer Eric, is in the house making everything happen right for us. How you doing, Eric?
Good afternoon, Joe. I'm doing well.
Good. How was your weekend, my brother?
It was fantastic. Yeah, very chill.
Very chill, like as in sit home, cook for the missus?
Pretty much, yeah.
God bless you. Did you have to do the do list, the honey to-do list?
Thankfully, no. So, very relaxed, as I said. I've got a big list that I got to do, but I didn't get to much of it.
You know, Eric, where did the list come from? I mean, how did it begin, and does it ever go away?
It never does. There's always more to add to it, right?
Right. I asked my wife, I'm like, Casey, how long is the list, and does there an end to the list? Like, can I do it in 6 weeks and be done for the year? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, right, Louis? I mean, you know how that is.
It never ends.
Never ends. Folks, in the studio today, man, I got the Dream Team who dared to dream, folks. The theme of the show today, Dare to Dream. And we are going to hear from two families who had an idea, who sat in a basement, who sat on a stove, and decided to follow their dream and come forward and bring it to Seattle. And so on and so forth. We got to think about that. The sacrifices, the hard work, the long endeavors, the hangovers, all those things were part of that dream. You know, all those things are part of the dream. And on the Jopra Show today, we really want to sit there and talk to you today about daring to dream, asking questions, what it will take. Because I feel like sometimes we forget about the dream. You know, it all started by back in the 60s when a man had a dream. And we got to keep dreaming. No matter what that is here on the Jopra Show, the dream is possible. And I think that, you know, I had an idea. I wanted to be on radio, hang out with my man Eric, and so I made a phone call. Dare to dream, people. Dare to dream. But in studio today, I got to tell you, I'm blessed. I mean, I have two families who are going to straight get to the point about their dream, about their ideas. And I'm blessed to say that I have probably one of the most hottest vodka companies right now in the Northwest. You saw them on newspapers. You see them on the internet. And the Project 5 Distillery and Sausage Company are here with me today, Mo, Al, and Mac, and they're going to break down where it all begun. What happened? Where did their dream start? And is it over? And speaking of dreaming, say, you know, if you are 4th of July next weekend like I am on Wednesday, you got to make fried chicken. And I tell you this, there are two things that people's homes, they don't make, pizza and fried chicken. And I understand the pizza part, but the fried chicken, it's easy. But to break it down for you today, I brought in not just anybody, but I think probably the king of fried chicken in my city here.
But is it easy to make it really good? That's the question.
And therein lies the big question. That's why I had to bring in the Grand Poobah, Mr. Louis Rudd from Ezel's Fried Chicken. Louis, how are you, baby?
Very well, very well. Thank you for having me here today.
So as you can see, the theme about Daring to Dream is going to be big today. And we are going to really break it through in every aspect of the Jopra Show here at Alternative Talk Radio. We're going to go to a quick break, and then when we come back, we are going to talk vodka with my girl Mo here on the Jopra Show, Alternative Talk Radio. We'll be right back.
They can come true. Yeah, they can come true. Move a step closer.
If you love dogs, tune in to The Dog Show with Julie Forbes, live every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. We'll talk about everything dog and interview authors, experts, and amazing organizations, both locally and nationally. And don't even get me started on the pet food industry. I'm Julie Forbes. Find us online at www.dogradioshow.com and also as a free podcast on iTunes. The Dog Show with Julie Forbes, an evolved perspective on life with dogs.
Did you hear? U.S. savings bonds have gone electronic. Now you can purchase them from the convenience of your own home through treasurydirect.gov, a safe and secure website operated by the U.S. Department of the Treasury. No more extra trips to the bank. No more paper bonds to keep track of. Instead, you can open a free Treasury Direct account and buy and manage your electronic savings bonds online, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. U.S. savings bonds are an affordable and smart choice for many Americans. For as little as $25, you can buy a U.S. savings bond for yourself or a loved one. Savings bonds are safe investments. Whether your goal is to retire comfortably, pay for a college education, or protect yourself and your family from the unexpected, it's always a good time to save for the future. Visit www.treasurydirect.gov to buy an electronic savings bond today.
For home repair, remodel, and construction advice, ideas, and useful stories every Saturday from 10 till 11 a.m., tune in to Constructing Whatever. With over 40 years of combined experience, hosts Tim and Lynn talk about whatever, from important need-to-know topics to fielding your questions about the latest industry news. It's Constructing Whatever every Saturday morning right here on Alternative Talk 1150.
Look! On the job site! It's a failed musician. It's a college dropout. It's Construction Man. Saturdays at 10 a.m.
Don't touch that dial. You might miss something life-changing. Alternative Talk, 1150 a.m.
Because they are true, yeah. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me.
Folks, welcome back to the Jopra Show, and if you have just joined us, we are getting physical with some fried chicken from my main man, Louis Rudd, and Easel Chicken. I mean, I got strips, I got spicy, I got regular. It's just going to get physical in here, huh, Louis? Thank you, my brother. Thank you. That's my boy Eric saying I got my chicken on, and we are getting our chicken on here at the Jopra Show. Folks, I got one quick question before I segue into our first folks today. You know, are we jinxed as a city about rain? I was thinking about this yesterday. Are we jinxed? I mean, what do we got to do? Does it need to be a city council vote? Maybe Initiative 2000? I mean, how do we get rid of this rain? I mean, it's June. It's 100 degrees everywhere else. I mean, what did we do? Bad enough our team was in the World Championship this month, but do I got to have more rain than we need? I mean, we're on record pace, Louis. You've been here all your life. Eric, you know what's going on. I mean, Al, you know that we have too much. How do we stop?
Well, you know, people say summer starts on July 5th around here, so.
The whole July 5th. Who started that? I mean, I need statistics.
I think the weather god started that, right?
I need statistics because looking out over the beautiful Bellevue and looking towards the mountains, it looks like it's about to start again. And I just can't quite. I'm in shorts. Now I got to bring up my rain gear.
I was planning on camping this weekend, so I'm going to have to dig out the old slicker and tarp and all that stuff. So.
I don't know. I'm going camping, too, and I dare to dream to have sun. I'm just going to say that, and we'll move forward.
Let's keep on dreaming.
But, hey, folks, if you're just joining the Jopra Show, the theme today is about Dare to Dream, and I brought in a family who, I tell you, you don't quite understand this whole thing about this whole vodka distilling thing that's just going big everywhere until you actually go sit in somebody's room. And I've been to Batch 206 and hung out with them for a little bit. And then I was up at Project 5 over the weekend. And, man, I sat with Mac and Mo. And, man, you get an idea when you see a old Volkswagen holding cases and cases of vodka and kids running around playing ping pong. A lady drinking 160 proof unfiltered vodka, and I'm on the corner having some chai vodka. This is a cool moment. I'm like, this is really fun. I'm like, this is what it's all about to dream. I mean, they got crawl spaces. They even got a rock climbing wall where the kids can go kill themselves on. It's awesome at the Project 5. But with me in studio today is Mo Heck, who we go way back, and my man Al and Mac, and they're all in today to talk about Project 5. And Mo, thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having us.
Mo, where did it all begin? Are you the dream behind this thing?
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Just get right there. Tell me where it all started. I heard it was in a basement. Is that correct?
It was in our backyard. We were sitting around the fire and drinking. Yeah.
Talking about how much we like booze.
And talking about let's try to make some ourselves.
Nice. And what I mean? So okay, I'm just sitting around dreaming. Instead of building a fort, let's make vodka.
Yeah.
Pretty much. A lot of people do like home brew and home wine making.
Right.
Most people don't get towards the distillation because it's not legal at home to do.
So when you guys were at home, were you like in a small dark room? I mean, no one could look in, look out.
Actually, it's called Project V.
Yes.
Not 5, but Project V. And the reason it's called Project V is because that's why we'd have these secret Project V meetings.
Oh.
It's like
We would text each other.
Yeah.
Project B, Wednesday night.
You guys were texting each other when you're next to each other in the dark? I mean, what?
We started by having these meetings, and these meetings were about cooking booze, in the garage, and it got, one thing led to another, and then
we built a little tiny still.
Yeah, and it got bigger and bigger, and the garage started to look like a meth lab, and it got to where it just got out of hand, and so
we tried to hide it with a camper parked in front. But
is that
we're still dumping
is that the Volkswagen that's in the distillery? Is that the one that you're trying to hide it with?
No, that's Stella.
Oh, okay, all right. If you go to their distillery up there in Woodinville, it's great. They're right in the wine country. You got Matthews, Project 5, and other wineries up there, and there's just a Volkswagen sitting right by the door.
There's a story why it's there.
Yeah.
We brought it in there for a reason.
We were milling when we first opened 18 months ago. We were milling with this tiny little hand mill, and it would take us 6 hours a day to mill all of our wheat.
Wow!
And it was really, really dusty. So we brought Stella in because she's gutted. Mac's gonna rebuild her. And we would mill in Stella. We would go in with our little mill and our goggles and our earmuffs and our masks and mill in there for 6 hours a day to try to keep the dust down. And then we sold enough vodka to be able to afford our big mill. And so now we use Stella in the opposite fashion to try to keep the dust out.
So go Stella.
Yeah.
Go Stella, right? Just like, it's almost secret like Ezel's fried chicken batter. It's all secret. Project 3. Don't tell. And Mo, I've been seeing. I mean, you guys got great press. I was in part at a market grocery store first buy, and I happened to sling over the check stand Project 5 Silo single vodka as the first bottle purchased at a grocery store at midnight. Exactly.
We were pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Joey.
You're welcome. And you guys been getting great press. And I tell you, they have a lot of unique stuff out there. The one thing I thought that just really grabbed my attention right away, and Mac was great to just put on a great tour for me, was the chai vodka. I mean, I heard the story about the chai, but I got to tell you, folks, if you'd had chai tea, now just imagine it tasting with a little vodka. Tell me about the chai. I mean, I think that's an awesome story.
The chai's beautiful. We're working on some other flavored vodkas as well, but this is the first one to really hit the mark.
Right.
We go to the Pike Place Market every Friday and get all the spices. So we bring them back as cardamom pods, as allspice berries, as nutmegs whole, and we mill them and weigh them and make this little tea bag and iron it shut. It's embarrassingly labor intensive.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how much time and energy it takes to make that.
Each little individual tea bag gets filled up and ironed
Iron.
shut.
Nice.
Cut each vanilla bean with scissors.
And if you go get this chai vodka, if you find it at the store, please grab that and make some Bloody Marys also, because I just think chai and Bloody Mary, that's the new rage. I just think chai and Bloody Mary would be the new rage. Mac, tell me about the single silo. I mean, it's on the front page of every bottle you have.
Yeah.
What is there really? If I drove down some road, would there be a silo just looking like that?
Yeah, Sprower Road, outside of Withrow. That's Joe and Anita Sprower, Mo's aunt and uncle. They grow all the wheat. So there really is one silo that Joe keeps full of grain for us. Each year at harvest, he fills that silo up with wheat, and that's where we get our wheat from all year long. So about every 3-4 weeks, when Dan goes out to the farm, he backs our trailer up to that same silo that you see on the label. That is the real silo that we took a picture of. He backs our trailer up to that, opens the front door, puts a big auger in there, and augers out about 9,000 pounds of grain.
Good Lord.
And that's what we bring back to the distillery every 3-4 weeks to turn into vodka. So that silo really is the single silo all of our wheat comes from.
That's a get down right there.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing about that is, this is very small. This is very family, small entrepreneur business. It's a tiny business.
There's only 4 of us. Dan, that he referred to, is Mo's brother. He's not here. He's holding down the fort.
And now, how many cases a week does your distillery produce?
Yeah.
40.
Yeah, 40.
About 40 cases?
About 40 cases.
About 40 cases, yeah. And most of that's single silo. Some of them are the other brands.
The double silo?
Double silo.
I want to go back to the double silo for a second.
That's my favorite.
Let's just get to the chase about the double silo. Double silo is for 80 times 2. Is that correct?
Yes.
So we have 160 proof unfiltered vodka. And folks, I had this, and I was very scared at first.
Don't be scared.
But I drink a little scotch once in a while, a little whiskey. I'm not a big vodka lover, but this 160 proof sort of shocked me. Not in a way that was a lot of heat and like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out right here. It warmed my mouth up like a butterfly.
Like an electric blanket.
And it like an electric blanket. It just settled down.
It hit all the right places.
It hit all the right places, and it was sweet at the end. How?
Drinking the right amount of it is important. First of all,
you mean I can't drink a lot of that?
Well, think of like a bowl of caviar, right? If you had a big bowl of caviar and you're eating it by the spoonful, it just really wouldn't be that good. But if you put a little bit on a cracker, it's fantastic because it's very concentrated in flavor. And same thing with double silo. We generally, because it is our kind of our top end high proof product, we don't generally mix it in cocktails. We drink it straight. But maybe not an ounce.
Okay,
maybe short and straight.
Could the double silo Max become the new moonshine? Could it be that new? I mean, could it be the new restaurant thing? Because Jameson, Fireball, whiskey. Could it be the double silo?
Yeah, I think it definitely could be the new restaurant thing. Only reason I hesitate at moonshine is just that it's vodka. So moonshine's kind of something that didn't quite hit that high proof mark that vodka has to get to.
Now, folks, when you go over to the distillery, there's a big medicine bowl full of unfiltered vodka.
Yeah.
And, I got to try 180, 190. Max put me through the whole ringer. I came home feeling pretty good when I got back to the house. My wife asked me, "Are you okay? Are you all right?"
I said, "I am fantastic."
She's like, "What are you doing drinking a beer out on the street corner?" I don't know. That 160 proof got me good.
Plus the 30 wineries around us.
Plus the 30 wineries. Well, that's a whole other story there. We won't go into that yet. But guys, you're doing great vodka. Is it only going to be vodka? I know there's something else in the barrel.
Yeah, we've got 2 whiskey barrels going so far.
Nice. And is it going to be an 80 proof whiskey, or is it unfiltered whiskey? What are we going to do with this?
Well, so far we've made it 6 months in the barrels.
Okay.
We're trying for a 2-year straight wheat whiskey.
Okay. Nice. And tell me, do you think after we do whiskey, is there rum or gin or
gin
Mo,
for sure?
Gin is for
gin for sure. Gin makes me smarter.
Okay. Gin makes me dumb. Gin makes me smarter. However you look at it here, there, folks, on the Jopra Show. Folks, you're listening to some of the great Dare to Dream moments here, folks, with the people from Project 5 Distillery on the Jopra Show on Alternative Talk Radio. And Mo, you are the queen. You are the dream. And I got to ask you, what's up with the sausage?
Our sausage is finally here.
If you go down there, they got a big sign. You would think, come drink vodka. No, it says sausage is here.
Yes. So
what distillery makes sausage outside of you guys?
These guys, yeah.
So tell my listeners a little bit about the sausage.
Okay, so we make our vodka out of wheat grown on my grandparents' farm. And halfway through the process, we have all this spent grain. Oh. So we've made our vodka out of it, and it's our waste product, but it's still perfectly good animal food. It's still 9% protein, plus all kinds of other good stuff. So we give it to a friend of ours, Jeremy and Sue, who raise pigs for us. And that's where our sausage comes from.
Nice.
We get to watch them grow up. And
you get to watch them grow up?
Big. And
where's the bacon at?
Yeah, the bacon's there as well.
Where's the bacon?
It's there. It's in the freezer.
Lewis is like, hey, where's this pig at?
Right.
Nothing wrong with some pork, right, Lou?
I love some bacon.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll expand out. I mean, will there also be a retail shop down the way? I mean, where's this all going to go? I mean, it's catching fire, so...
So far we just wanted to make the sausage. My kids joke that the whole vodka thing was just a ruse for me to be able to make my sausage.
Oh, there's a little back to this, huh?
Yeah, we used to, back in the day, we were making, moonshine in the garage and sausage in the kitchen. And so they both kind of grew and took off. And now that the sausage here, we have quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
Come buy some sausage.
Eric, a couple weeks ago we had Chef Miles James from Dot's Delicatessen. He makes sausage also. And I'm almost saying, Eric, are you thinking maybe there could be maybe a sausage cook-off down the road on the Jopra Show?
I think there could.
I mean, I just think that the challenges may be laid, that we may have to have some cook-offs. I mean,
the question is, do we want to know how the sausage is made? Because they say that you don't.
Eric, the more you think about that.
In this case, you may. It's there's nothing awry
naturally
going.
grown.
Right.
The more you think about that, Eric. Well, we'll talk about that later.
All right.
But I tell you here, on the Jopra Show, folks, with me today, folks from Project 5, and then the king of fried chicken, Mr. Lewis Rudd from Muzel's. And we are breaking down right now with my girl Maureen, the Guron, the dare to dream of making vodka, and really the true story, making sausage. Here on the Jopra Show. Guys, I got a question to ask you, though. I mean, you're in the spirits business right now. What's it feel like to go to a grocery store and see your bottle up on the shelf.
It's so exciting.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Do you buy one every time? Just say, let's buy one.
Most of the time,
You go buy. Let's just buy one.
I run down the street to the grocery store and bought a bottle of our vodka before. Yeah.
And Mac, you're an outgoing guy. Do you like sit there and watch people looking at the wall and you go, "Hey, you should try this style. This stuff is good." Do you work it?
Try to rein in a little bit to not just like hang out in the aisle at Top Foods and get people to buy our vodka. I'm there to answer questions though a lot. So,
okay, all right. And if I went to the store, and I know stores the price are a little different. About what would I be looking at to buy a bottle of single silo?
About 38.
38? Okay, perfect. That's right. That's right in the wheel, sounds like. Yeah. Well, I tell you, folks, what a great moment here today about Dare to Dream, the theme here at the Jopra Show, and to have Project 5 Distillery and Sausage in the house with Mac and Bo. We're going to go to break. Coming back after this, we are going to talk about making fried chicken, how to make fried chicken, where it all came from with the main man himself, Lewis Rudd from Ezel's famous fried chicken. Here on the Jopra Show, your alternative talk radio.
Back in the hills, lived my pappy, and he had him with still. He brewed white lightning till the sun went down, and then he fill him a jug, pass it around, body, please, and my pappy's going squeeze, and it's called white lightning, team, and revenue is too. Searching for the police on what I made his brew. They were looking, trying to book him, but my pappy kept on cooking, white lightning.
Conversations Live with Vicki St. Clair discusses issues that are important to you, like good health and well-being, finding a new job and building your business, overcoming life's big challenges and making sense out of chaos, and living with passion and joy. Join us Mondays at noon Pacific for Conversations Live with Vicki St. Clair. See conversationslive.net for show schedule and guest information.
Look at all the cars, lots of colored cars. Ah, there's a blue one. Isn't it pretty? Whew, look how fast that red one's going. It's red like that stop sign. Like my jacket.
This is a 38-year-old man.
My jacket's not a car, is it? Is my jacket a car? My jacket is red, but it doesn't go fast.
He may sound a little strange to you and me.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
But to his 2-year-old son, who's interested in cars and colors, he makes perfect sense.
That's the sound cars make.
When you talk with your child, you build vocabulary, and learning starts long before school does. So follow their lead. Take simple everyday moments like eating dinner or just watching cars go by and turn them into learning moments.
Ooh, look, red car.
Yes, and it's moving awfully fast.
Blue car.
Yes, the man in the red car's about to meet the man in the blue car. Get himself a pretty pink ticket.
Turn everyday moments into learning moments. For more tips, go to bornlearning.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Do you have legal questions? Need to know where to turn?
Hi, this is Rick Gregorick, your host of Northwest Legal Compass.
Northwest Legal Compass will address your questions on a variety of legal topics, including estate planning, asset protection, real estate and business planning, and more. The legal and accounting staff of Gregorick & Associates are dedicated to providing you with superior legal and tax services. Their integrated counsel is geared to the achievement of your goals.
Visit us on the web at rjglegal.com.
Be sure and tune in every Friday at noon here on Alternative Talk 1150.
1150kknw.com. It's why they invented the Internet. We think. Alternative Talk 1150 AM.
I know my chicken. You got to know you a chicken. I know my chicken. You got to know you a chicken.
Welcome back to the Jopra Show, the No Excuse Truth Talk Radio. In studio today, we just got done hanging out with the people from Project 5 Distillery and Sausage. Mo was just telling me that making sausage may be her true love. But if you're speaking of 4th of July, and it's coming up, everybody, on Wednesday, and you know, I know my man Eric likes his fried chicken because he's getting down to it now. if you're having problems with your fried chicken, or it's just not quite getting to the level that you want, I brought in the king himself. I mean, when you go down 23rd and look across the street, people always say, they don't talk about Garfield. They don't talk about Leschi. When you go down 23rd, they only talk about one thing. You've been to Ezel's. Did you get a Fago? Did you get something spicy? Did you get a roll? That's all they talk about when you go down 23rd. I mean, they shouldn't even call it the Central District. They should just call it Fried Chicken District. Because that's what happens. I mean, we're blessed in studio today with my main man, one of the founding fathers of Ezel's Fried Chicken, Lewis Rudd. What's up, Lewis? How are you, baby?
I'm great.
Good, man.
It's a good day in the neighborhood. Loving the view. Hey, you know, we've done chicken and beer, chicken and wine.
Right.
Chicken and vodka?
Chicken and vodka.
Hey, I'll tell you right now.
You might be starting something.
Hey, I tell you right, I'm gonna tell you this, Lewis, and you can put this on the record. You have that chai with this chicken.
Chicken and chai.
Chicken and chai, man. Listen how it rolls off the tongue. Chicken and chai.
4th of July.
4th of July, chicken and chai.
Chicken and chai. 4th of July.
Come on,
chicken and chai.
My man Eric Ryder will be down in Tacoma this weekend with chicken and chai on Main Street.
On the 4th of July.
On the 4th of July. What happened to him?
You can't get more American than that,
sure
right?
It is.
Hey.
Sure it is. Lewis, let's talk history real quick to get people up to speed. For those newbies who just moved to Seattle a couple weeks ago and have no idea that we have the best fried chicken maker in the land sitting right next to me in studio. Lewis, where did it all start, man?
Little town in East Texas.
Ooh, how hot was it?
Called Marshall, Texas.
Did you guys have summer there?
You know, we had hot summers there. They got hot.
And when did you guys make chicken? Like in the morning then when it was 100 degrees or what? Where did it all start?
It's like since I've been here, I learned to walk between the raindrops.
Yeah.
I learned how not to get hot in Texas.
Is that possible?
Yeah, it's a mind thing.
Oh, yeah, it's
a
a
mind thing. We cook chicken anytime.
Anytime, but where did this happen? Vodka started in a basement for Mo. I mean, where did it start for you?
A little chicken shack in Marshall, Texas called Brown's Fried Chicken. It's where we learned to do the chicken thing.
Wow.
Yeah, we learned to. Some say make chicken. We learn to fry chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't make chicken. We fry chicken.
And and this is part of our our theme today is Dare to Dream, and to dream about making fried chicken in a shack. I love that. I mean, did you think about when you came to Seattle? We're gonna make fried chicken. Did that come right away when you came here?
It was childhood friends,
right?
As teenagers learned to cook chicken. And it became the dream, and we kept the dream alive.
Right.
And through years in the military, Coast Guard, friends chattering back and forth about the chicken place. One day we'll have our own chicken place.
Nice. And folks, daring to dream to have chicken. And if you're a Seattleite, there's Starbucks, and then I tell you there's Ezel's. I tell you that. I really believe if you're going to be in Seattle, there's 3 places you got to hit. 1, you got to go to Starbucks down in the market. 2, you got to go to Ezel's on 23rd. And 3, you got to go to Dick's on Broadway. I mean, those are the 3 Jopra-approved locations that are a must. Not the Space Needle, not the rock it down under the ground for a couple days in the Pioneer Square and look at old broken cement. No, these are the 3 things. If you want to get a feeling of Seattle, Ezel's is definitely one of the top 3. I guarantee it.
Well, appreciate you saying that, Jeff.
Much love, David.
Appreciate that.
And on the note of Jopra, there's my significant other, Oprah, who, put your stamp. I mean, if you're going to stamp something.
Your significant other?
Significant other.
Look out, Stedman.
Stedman's in trouble.
Jopra's moving in.
I'm moving over Jamie Foxx also, if you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And when Oprah gave you the approval, said it was the best fried chicken she's ever had, what happened? I mean, did you believe it?
Well, let me tell you a little bit of the story, though.
Break it down.
Oprah was in town. She was doing a show with King 5, and it was for a kids program. She asked one of the producers on the show where could she get some good fried chicken. And he said, of course, Ezel's. She called up on a Saturday, and she asked if she could get some chicken delivered to her hotel. The dispatcher answered the phone and said, well, we don't deliver chicken on Saturdays or Sundays, only Monday through Friday. And there was a voice in the background said, give me that phone. So what do you mean you don't deliver chicken on Saturday? This is Oprah Winfrey, and I want some of that chicken, and I want it now. And David would say, well, how do I know this is Oprah? She says, well, bring the chicken down and you'll see. He did, and he saw. It was Oprah.
At the door?
At the door, receiving it.
Did she give you a tip?
Big tip.
Nice.
And she enjoyed it so much she called again on Sunday.
Oh, no, she did.
And David did not dare say we don't deliver on Sundays.
was this medium-sized Oprah or big Oprah at this time? What?
It was Oprah Winfrey.
Bingo. Nothing else said.
Nothing said.
Right? And then from there, what happened to the business?
Did
it just go through the roof?
Well, I have to tell you a little bit more of the story. If you have time to listen.
We got time.
Okay. So it was the perfect timing because she had been on this diet for 12 months in December. Her birthday was the following year in January. Also, she did a show where she invited guests that had been on diets. And this one lady on the show talked about her challenges. She says, girl, I'd go out and buy me a box of chocolates, And it'll be 1 and then 2 and then 3. And before I know it, the whole box is gone. And Oprah goes, yeah, girl, I know what you mean. It's like I was up in Seattle and I had some of this Ezel's chicken. And the phone just started ringing off the hook. From Bellingham to Vancouver, Washington. People wanting reservations. The lines were 2.5 hours long for months.
Wow.
Yes.
Dare to dream, folks.
Dare to dream.
Dare to dream on the Jopra Show. If you want to give a call in and talk to my main man, Louis Rudd, about your problem with fried chicken, hit us up. Phone lines are open at 425-373-5527 here on the Jopra Show. And Eric, Louis, let me tell you something. You know, I make pretty good fried chicken.
Yeah.
I think maybe you and I could have a battle. But for all those who really don't make a lot of fried chicken, I mean, where's it begin? I mean, a lot of people talk about the soak. Is it milk, buttermilk, skim milk, egg whites, egg yolks? What is it, man?
It's Ezel's.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Just give
You got to come on down and get some or call me up and let me bring it to you.
Okay, so let's hypothetical. If you were going to teach 10 people from the Jopra Show how to make quality fried chicken, where does it begin?
It begins first with the fresh product.
Bingo.
Fresh product.
Number 2.
You got to have some good, fresh chicken.
And is it always the breast, the wing, all thighs? Does it matter?
It really doesn't because different strokes for different folks.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'm seeing my guy over here.
Come on.
Mac, he's loving that thigh. Yeah, he's just eating it up.
He's beating that fry up.
Yeah, and then Mo's got the wing over there. She's chopping up on it.
This is Mo's first meal in 3 days. Don't make fun of her. She's been in a Volkswagen box milling.
Mm-hmm.
It's my birthday.
But then I would say the next thing is, it's the oil that you're going to fry it in, really. Because, most people that say they make chicken, they make greasy chicken. When you fry it and you deep fry it right, it doesn't come out greasy. We have a battering process that seals in the natural chicken juices and locks out the oils. And that's a secret. So you want me to tell people how to do that?
No.
Okay.
No. I ain't going to let you do that. But, I think the oil thing is a good question. I mean, there's a lot of oil. Is it vegetable oil, canola oil, peanut oil? Is it extra virgin olive oil? I mean, you go to Eric's house, he's got EVO, man, extra virgin olive oil. Could he use that on fried chicken? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah. I have a good friend, a very dear friend of mine. And his wife, that's all she used when she fried at home.
Okay.
Yeah, olive oil.
Next question then on the fry tip. If I'm going to become a better fried chicken person, do I need to have a fryer? I mean, does Eric need to have a fryer? Does Mo have to have a skillet? Which way do you go?
No, skillet fried chicken is good. We did it back home. But deep fried chicken is better when you can submerge it down under the oil.
Under the oil.
Yeah.
Just cooking it.
Yeah.
See, this is why I got to go out for chicken, because there's no way I'm getting a deep fryer at home.
Right.
Know? You'd have to roll me out of the house.
And could you imagine your wife coming home and, what the heck happened to my kitchen? Eric.
My imaginary wife, yes. She's very angry about it.
Oh, angry.
Temperature is another thing. You want to control temperature.
How hot can it get? How hot should the chicken get? 160, 170?
You want to cook it to at least 185.
185, folks.
Yeah.
You're hearing it first. If you just joined me, man, Louis Rudd from Ezel's Fried Chicken, breaking down the top 10 ways of how to make fried chicken that Ezel's doesn't do. Okay, folks? Because we're not going to make him put him on the spot. I would never do that. But let's just ask one thing. What's the seasoning?
I can actually tell you for the spicy chicken, we use a Creole seasoning out of New Orleans, Broussard's.
Okay. So could I buy that in the store?
You can.
Okay.
You can buy that.
I can buy that? Thank you.
Yes.
I really appreciate that. Folks, you just got the big tip. Take it. Run with it, okay? Only here at the Jopra Show. Louis, I cook and fried chicken. I get up to 185 degrees. I pull it out. Now, do I need to transfer it in the oven, or do I lay it out to rest? Is it like a prime rib? I let it sit for half an hour? Or can I just get right to it?
You can get right to it. Just don't burn your tongue.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And coming on the 4th of July, I mean, if I am going to, I don't have the time. I'm a busy person. I'm a mom and dad, got many thousand children, lots to do, and I need to call in and get some fried chicken for next week for 4th of July. How would I go about that?
206-722-7240 or www.ezelschchicken.com.
Ooh,
and we're there.
Right. And so, and if you call in and say, hey, I heard Oprah called on a Sunday, can I get a delivery on a Sunday if I say I'm Jopra?
Hey, we're 7 days, 24 hours now.
So delivered all through the day. All right.
Yes.
And what would it be a 16-pack? Would be a good family pack to order for the 4th?
Well, Joe, that's going to be determined by the size of the family.
Well, if you're going to go with for 4th of July, you need chicken afternoon and night, late night, morning.
Well, you might need a 48-pack, Joe.
Right.
Depending on the size of the family.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to cut anybody short.
No,
we don't want anybody fighting over the chicken.
Or the size of the people in the family.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
I did.
And that's true. Dare to dream, folks. Dare to dream. Louis Rudd, folks, from Ezel's Fried Chicken, breaking down how to make fried chicken. Only from the famous one himself, Ezel's friend.
I need to share something with you.
Come on, break it down for me. Show me something.
Speaking of Dare to Dream, from a small town in East Texas, more than 32 years ago, beginning a dream, to now being in the running for the most life-changing fried chicken in America.
On Esquire magazine.
Fried chicken, yes.
I read about that.
Yeah, so we're second to Price Cooper Chicken.
Is there anything we could do? Can the Jopra listeners participate
the votes
on?
coming.
Okay, so go to Esquire.com.
Yes.
Google up Ezel's Fried Chicken and vote for them, folks, here at the Jopra Show. Give them shots because you know what? What a life-changing it would be for them to be -- 1 in the country. Only on the Jopra Show and all in Seattle, the Northwest. You got to do those things right there, Louis.
You have to.
You got to do it. Dare to dream, folks. Today, June 28th, Eric and myself, Mo, Alan, Mac, and Louis Rudd, we got to break a few things down before I get you guys out of here. Because, if I didn't ask a few questions just sort of off the beat, my listeners would be very disappointed in me about that. But let me ask you, are you excited about could we have the Sonics back? Are you excited about that? Louis, I'll start with you.
I'm very excited about that.
Because didn't you used to serve Slick Watts fried chicken?
We used to cater to the Sonics plane. You speak about the celebrities and Oprah. We're right here at home.
Right?
Yeah, Slick Watts.
So if the Sonics came back, would you take that upon to go cater to the plane again?
I'd love to.
All right.
The locker rooms, I got pictures down there inside the locker room taking chicken in there for Ray Allen and the guys, Gus Williams.
Right. And now, I mean, what's your thought about the whole Sonics coming back? Do you like the move?
I do. Not a big basketball fan as far as the sport, but being in the industry, the food industry for many years with Mo and Mac, you really see the impact that it has on the restaurants and the hotels and things like that. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Huge.
Especially if they win.
Yes.
If they win, people stay.
Yes. Right.
People stay and drink and have a good time,
Right.
I mean, it's the impact, you really see it when you're out there working it.
Right. And I think, Mo, are you a big basketball junkie? I mean, it doesn't matter. So, Matt, what do you think about the Sonics coming back? I mean, do you think that's a good thing?
I follow some sports matches,
okay,
but not a lot.
All right.
I think it'd be a good thing, kind of for the reasons Al said, from a business perspective.
Sure.
Personally, I don't follow a lot of competitive sports. Like, for instance, if we need to build a third stadium in close proximity to 2 other brand new stadiums, that seems a little silly to me.
Gotcha.
It seems like they should be able to find somewhere to play without needing another big fancy stadium. But I guess that's all, money coming into the economy too, and that's a lot of people's jobs building that. So that's just kind of my first kind of personal reaction is like, oh geez, we're not going to hear people talking about building their stadium,
right?
And that seems a little crazy.
It does feel crazy until that one day when Mr. Chris Henson, people call and say, we'd like to have your spirit in our stadium.
Right. Yeah.
Then everything's a good thing.
What a great idea to build that stadium it was.
Or there's a fast food store sitting inside a stadium called Ezel's Fried Chicken, right?
Oh, what a wonderful thing.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, because then Eric and myself, my producer, the king himself, could go to a Sonic game and have some vodka. Chai vodka with our fried chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Chicken and chai,
baby. Chicken and chai. Chicken and chai.
All right, I'm a basketball fan now.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like a way better time.
Let me ask you, Mo. Let me ask you a girl question. Because, my ladies out there wanted to know, is dating and chivalry dead? Is it dead? Because my girl asked me last night. She was sitting there with me like 2 a.m. talking. She said, Joe, I went on a date. And this guy he didn't pick up the check. He went open my door. He went asked me when I got to my house to drop me off. He didn't get out to open the door. Is chivalry dead?
Think closely about your answer, Mo.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be dead.
Right.
I haven't dated in 21 years, Joey.
I hear you. But don't you think, though, that
we have dates, right?
Right.
Should men learn? Should we go to class then, maybe? I mean, should we be studying it? I mean, should it be an app on how to date better?
Well, isn't that what moms do? Moms teach their boys how to be chivalrous, right?
Lou, I mean, is the fellas dropping off a little bit on some things? Because it seemed like she told me that they went out and had dinner, you didn't pick up the tab, didn't open the door. I mean, should there even be a second date?
Well, I think it's ladies' choice nowadays.
Ladies' choice.
Yeah.
I think he should pick up the check. I think he should open the door.
He should have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Eric, you and I have talked about this for a couple of weeks. I mean, what's going on? If I have to hear one more bad story about guys taking women out to dinner.
Well, see, I'm like Mo. I haven't dated either in over 29 years.
Right. I don't know. I got to say, I'm always chivalrous. I always pick up the check. I always open the doors. Yeah. But I can't say that it got me anywhere. it didn't seem to improve my chances.
But isn't it the little things? Isn't everything the little things?
You would think. But...
Right? I mean, what happened? I mean, I believe here at the Jopra Show, we may just have to have a class about how to date a lady. Because if I hear one more story, I mean, I asked her.
Well, nowadays, Joe, they have speed dating. They don't have time for all of that.
I understand, but I asked her one question. I said at the end of her rant, it was a good rant, I said to her, I go, well, are you going to go out with again? And she's like, oh, yes. So.
Ladies' choice.
Ladies' choice. And I looked at him like, well, do you think things are going to improve?
Right. Positive reinforcement.
Right? I mean, you think things are going to improve and get better? I don't think so.
But ladies like bad boys, don't they?
Bad boys, bad boys. The nice guy never wins, right?
It seems that way sometimes.
Well, I wonder about that. And that's a great topic to talk about because it seems like sometimes the bad boy guys do well.
They do.
I see it out late nights. I see it during the day. The bad boy with his bad haircut and baggy pants is hanging out with a girl all dressed up and looking like she just got out of Nordstrom's. And that's the theme here in Seattle.
Because bad boys are confident.
Confident.
Ladies like confidence.
They do like confidence, Mo, right?
It's true.
That's true, right?
Ladies' choice.
Ladies' choice on that. I mean, what do we got to do? I mean, I think that the one thing I'd like to tell people today about this whole dating thing is, guys, pay attention. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir sometimes, but pay attention. Give the ladies what they deserve. Just a little bit of respect.
Mm-hmm. And some Mazels.
Right? Give them some fried chicken.
A little chai vodka.
Give them some chai vodka and watch what's going to happen. Because it could end out really good for you. Spooning is okay. Making out in the back seat is a lost art, but I endorse it. That's why I have so many children. So think about that. We're going to go to break. We'll come back with the shutdown here on the Jopra Show, the Alternative Talk Radio.
Manson Mitchell talked to media psychiatrist Carol Lieberman on Friday about bad girl archetypes and using them to get good guys.
On Saturday morning, we welcome back Joe Rimbolo, the Sage of St. Louis, talking about Ascension 2012. Are you ready?
Then Lou J. Free shares her intuitive gift and unique perspective.
That's Manson Mitchell, Friday morning at 10 and Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific on Alternative Talk 1150 KKNW.
Did you know you could call 1-800-222-1222 for Mr. Yuck stickers? I'm glad I did. When my baby drank cleaner thinking it was her apple juice, I called the number on the Mr. Yuck sticker, and the nurse on the other line was so nice and understanding. She told me exactly what to do and even called back later to check on us. Call 1-800-222-1222 for your Mr. Yuck stickers.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck for Dave 2037 so he can buy anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman. What are you getting Steve 2037?
Steve 2037 will be just fine.
Well, okay, but don't expect to borrow my anti-gravity boots.
Save something for the future. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem. Come as you are. Alternative Talk, 1150 AM.
Well, welcome back to the Jopra Show, the No Excuse Truth Talk Radio, with yours truly, Joe Janot. And folks, if you want to give me some shots out, hit me at the Jopra Show at gmail.com or hit me on my Facebook page, the Jopra Show, and give me some questions. If you want to hear or catch a topic, or if you got somebody you want to throw on the bus, come on, bring them to me. I want to hear about it and talk about it. But, you know, if you just joined us, I got some great families here with us. I got Lewis Rudd and the Fried Chicken Posse, and then I got Project 5 Distillery and Sausage in that big group. They just got out of their Volkswagen from Millen, and they were able to come up here and hang out with us a little bit. Folks, you know, we were just talking a little bit about dating before we went off on our break, and I just wanted to ask, you know, a simple question, and I'll phase it in both questions. Lewis, if you were going to have fried chicken and it wasn't yours, who would it be?
I can't even think like that.
Lewis.
Madea's.
Madea's?
Yeah.
And guys, if you were going to drink some vodka, who would it be?
Pretty big fans of Softail Spirits vodka.
Okay, yeah. Actually, they're out of Woodinville too,
yeah,
right?
Neighbor in Woodinville making some great vodka.
Right? See, that wasn't too hard, was it?
It was painless.
Come on. But I think this. I mean, today about the theme here is about Dare to Dream, and we've been blessed today to talk about folks and their dreams and about where they're going and how it's going to happen. And Mo, before we get close to the end of the show, I got to ask you: Are you happy where it's all is going so far? Are you thinking, "Wow"?
Yeah.
Is it like, are you on cloud 9?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And then what's going to happen?
Hard to say. It's bigger than I ever thought it would be.
Nice. And the sausage thing is going to happen soon. I think it's going to blow up. I have a really good feeling about it because people love sausage in the Northwest. It's a win-win.
Gotta try it.
It's a win-win. And when will the public be able? They have to come out to the distillery to get the sausage?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Eric wants to try the sausage, so we got to get Eric, my main man, some sausage because he loves to cook once in a while at home.
I do.
Yes. And Lewis, in regards to the Ezel's thing, are there more stores coming?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, and currently we have 7 locations.
Nice.
Last year we were blessed to be able to become a registered franchise company.
Okay, so you can franchise now.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about wanting to get into the fried chicken world and you have a dream, I mean, there's probably no better franchisor to match up with right now. No hottest prospect than my man Lewis Rudd and the Ezel Fried Chicken family. And I say this in good faith. If you want to think about doing something different on a Saturday or a Sunday, and you got a chance to drive out to Woodinville, you know, Project 5 is a great spot. I mean, I hate to say it, I could have brought my kids out there. They would probably have as much fun or more than I. And it's a great show up there. And you can do, it's 20 minutes from out of downtown. And on the weekends, the interstate's not too backed up, so it's easy to get to. And Mo will be there, or Al will be there, or my main man Mac will be giving you a great show. And we'll be tasting vodka out of a little spick and all sorts of weird things going on there. But I love the show, and I think that everything is going to go really well there. You know, Al, I got to ask you, though, from a business side of it, at some point in time, will it be too much? Or do you think that, hey, do I got to get a bigger spot? I mean, when is this thing going to expand? Because I got to think, the way that vodka is moving in the grocery store, expansion is, not too far away.
You know, on every week, we're making as much as we possibly can, and it all gets sold. And then so, like, every week we got to think about how to make more. Mm-hmm. And so it is an inevitable prospect that we're going to run out of space, and our equipment will be not large enough to handle the market. It's, people say, oh, that's a good problem to have. It's still a problem, and
sure
it still weighs on you, because you want to, you want to satisfy, the market.
Right.
So it's absolutely, it will grow. It has to,
which isn't a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing to have. That's not a problem.
It's still a problem, and it does keep awake at night.
Yeah.
And Mac, I mean, you seem to be the man behind the man or the man behind the woman behind the man a little bit.
One of the gears in the machine.
One of the gears in the machine. I mean, do you guys feel like, could this vodka go national?
Yeah, we want to make enough for that, absolutely.
Or is it going to be a very local, very tight, Northwest zone?
That's how we're starting.
Right.
And kind of like coming off what Al said, that we sell everything we make. It kind of just naturally happened that we were selling everything we made right off the bat. So, at first we were only available in our tasting room there in Woodinville. And then we grew to 1 and then 2 and then many state liquor stores. When the day comes that we meet the demand here in Washington State, we will be really excited and happy to go to our second state.
Right.
And then eventually our third state. And then maybe one day blow it up and be in like 37 states or, all 50.
Don't forget about the little people.
No way, man. No way.
It's every small business person's dream,
Yeah.
Dare to dream. Dare to dream. And, and I dream about this, Mr. Lewis Rudd. I would love to, if people came in on the 4th of July, down to 23rd in Jackson. Or Cherry, 23rd and Cherry.
Jefferson.
And went to Ezel's, went up to the front counter. And they said, listen, I want a 16-pack because I heard this place was Jopra approved. Could you give them a slice of pie if they said all that?
If they come in and said it was Jopra approved,
yes,
we're going to throw in a slice of pie.
Could you give my people a slice of pie if they came down there on 4th of July, bought a 16-pack? Would that be okay with you?
16-pack.
Get a slice.
Jopra
approved.
Pie. Got it.
Done. Folks, you've heard today one of the greatest moments in radio. I actually negotiated for you to get a free slice of pie on 4th of July at the famous Ezel's Fried Chicken if you get a 16-pack. Not an 8, not a 2-piece, not a 1 or a roll, a 16-piece. Perfect for a family of 4, plenty of food, great leftovers. And I can tell you this, it's the best fried chicken to have. A cold beverage with a little chai in it, and then a little bit of fried chicken, and you're happy. Coming down the stretch, folks, today our show was all about Dare to Dream, and I wanted to give a shout-out to my dad, because this year at this time last year he passed away, unfortunately, but it was a great time and a great moment for him and for my mom, and my mom has moved forward. But he always talked about Dare to Dream. He always asked, what are you dreaming about today? What do you want to do? What's going to happen in the future? Do you want to win the big game? And today we were blessed to hear from 2 families who actually put their best foot forward, and look, a great dream has come about, and you have a nice fried chicken empire going on, and this vodka thing is really going to go. I mean, it's already going, and Al gets to worry about the greatest thing is how to make more. How to make more. But in that, I ask people to dream today. I want you to go home today and dream about what you're going to do with your kids. Where are you going to take them this summer? I want you to dream about what you're going to do for your significant other in the next week that you haven't done before. I want you to dream about saying hello to your neighbor that you just don't talk about or don't talk to. I want you to bring them a 6-pack or bring them over some lemonade and say hello. I want you folks to dream about sun, because I think if the whole city dreamed about sun, we could actually force the weather people, Mother Nature, and the city council to push through some sun for us. I want you guys to think about education, because with it, we have nothing. And we need people to be smart. Because smart people help make a great family, a great neighborhood, a great community, and a great city. And at the Jopra Show, I tell you this, I dream daily. If you ask my wife or ask my business associates, I got an idea for everything. And that's how I live. That's how I survive. That's my Quan. I'm blessed in many ways, and today on the Jopra Show, you got to hear about families who dream, dare to dream. So please, give me a shot on jopra@gmail.com or hit me on my Facebook. This is Joe Janot from the Jopra Show on Alternative Talk Radio. I bless my man Eric. Thank you for the show and all those who came in today for the studio. And next week, my main man, Max Borthwick, coming from Primo's Pizza, is going to get down with me, and we are going to talk za here at the Jopra Show on 1150 Alternative Talk Radio. You guys have a great weekend and a happy 4th of July. Thank you, folks.